Good afternoon. My name is Tori Breitenbach, and I am the president of the University of Toledo Engineering Council, and I would like to welcome you to the Fall 2014 Engineering Undergraduate Commencement. Please stand and join me in opening our ceremony by singing of the National Anthem. Members of the award-winning UT ROTC Perishing Rifles Color Guard will present the colors. I respectfully request that the degree candidates and others wearing caps remove them during the National Anthem. Would you please rise?
Forsaken
Please be seated. I would like to once again welcome each and every one of you to this exciting day for the graduates seated behind me. I know that all the friends and family present are very proud of the graduates today, and so are all the students, faculty, and staff here at the College of Engineering. These graduates have put in a lot of hard work these past 4 to 5 years and are about to embark on some amazing journeys. All these graduates have excelled through multiple challenges. Many were given the opportunity to co-op with top companies, work on incredible senior design projects, and be involved in multiple student organizations. I know that many underclassmen, including myself, look up to these graduates to help pave their ways through the College of Engineering. There is no doubt that this graduating class will have a multitude of accomplishments, and I know we all cannot wait to see what they are. Just remember, today is a day to never forget. So take it all in, and remember your greatest accomplishments are yet to come. Thank you all, and congratulations on all your hard work. I would now like to introduce Dr. Stephen LeBlanc, Professor and Interim Dean of the College of Engineering.
Thank you, Tori. Good afternoon and welcome to our College of Engineering Fall 2014 Undergraduate Commencement. We're just delighted to have so many families and friends join us today to celebrate the accomplishments of these young men and women who have worked so diligently to earn their undergraduate degrees. I'd like to also recognize a few special guests with us here today. As I call their names, I request that they rise and remain standing. Please hold your applause until all have been recognized. Dr. Nagi Naganathan, Interim President of the University of Toledo. Mr. Bob Howell, Chief Executive Officer, SSOE Group, and our keynote speaker today. Mr. Jeff Cole, member of the UT Board of Trustees. Professor John Barrett, Interim Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs. And in the audience, Mr. Norm Schmidt, representative of the UT Engineering Alumni Affiliate, and Mr. Howell's family, his wife Barry, daughter Bailey, and her husband Glenn. So if you'd all please rise for a moment. Round of applause, please. Thank you. Thank you all for being here today. The college is continuing to reach our goals and set even higher ones for the future. This graduating class helped to lay the foundation for success, enabling us to reach these goals. Allow me to share a few of the college-wide achievements before we celebrate the accomplishments of our graduates. In this semester alone, more than 30% of all the valedictorians attending the University of Toledo are enrolled in the College of Engineering. More than 40% of all UT's honor students are in the College of Engineering. The average ACT scores of our entering freshmen this fall were in the 85th to 90th percentile in the nation, and the average high school GPA of our entering class is about 3.7. More than 85% of the engineering students that started as freshmen last year stayed on as sophomores at UT this fall, a great achievement in an open access public university. This year, we celebrated the 16th anniversary of the implementation of our mandatory cooperative education program. We're one of only 8 such engineering colleges in the country that have this program. Over the last 16 years, we've placed students in more than 15,000 co-op experience opportunities in 44 states, in 39 countries, and in partnership with more than 1,600 employers. We currently place 1,400 co-op positions each year, and I'm glad to add that 70% of these placements are in the state of Ohio. The graduates on this stage today work for more than 100 different employers. This is a credit to our engineering career development staff, our caring industry and business partners, and most importantly, our students, your daughters and sons, who continue to impress the employers with their abilities, intellect, and their willingness to step up to the challenges of the professional world and consistently exceed their employers' expectations. Now to the graduates. Robert Fulghum wrote a book that you might be familiar with, All I Really Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. He enumerated a list of 16 things that he learned, including share everything, play fair, clean up your own mess, and say you're sorry when you hurt somebody. These are necessary life lessons for interacting and getting along with others in your personal life as well as your professional life. But I submit that even though you learned many important lessons in kindergarten and much about your chosen discipline here at UT, you did not learn everything that you'll need to know about engineering in college. I want you to remember that learning does not end with the conferring of your degree today. While we have provided you with an outstanding foundation for a successful engineering career, technology is changing so rapidly that you must continue learning if you want to stay relevant in your field. It will take dedication to remain current and up to date. During your time here in the college, we've taught you many facts. But more than that, we've taught you how to think like an engineer. And most importantly, you've learned how to critically analyze problems and develop effective solutions considering all important constraints. Some of you will start your own companies. Some will move into management positions. Others will follow a technical track throughout your career. But wherever the road takes you, continue your education, work hard, and good things will come to you. And as you navigate the successful careers that I know you will have, I urge you to remember where you started and to be proud that you are a Toledo rocket engineer. Graduates, I'm sure you will readily agree with me that your success did not happen just by your own efforts, but with the support of many special people in your lives. I would now like to pay tribute to all the parents, grandparents, spouses, children, friends, and loved ones here today. Let's give these special people a round of applause. Thank you. We're very proud of our students, and it's now my pleasure to recognize a selected few for 5 college awards. Each of these awards contains a certificate and a monetary gift. The awardees, with the exception of the senior scholars, do not know that they are receiving this recognition today. The first of the awards is the Outstanding Senior Scholar Award, given to the graduating senior with the highest GPA in the college. This semester we have 3 awardees, all tied with a perfect 4.0 grade point average. I ask Thomas H. Hackathorn II and Elizabeth Pissarro from the Mechanical Engineering Program and David W.G. Ertl from the Chemical Engineering Program to join me at the podium. Congratulations, Thomas, Elizabeth, and David, on what you've accomplished already, and I'm sure what is definitely yet to come. I asked Davey Ertl to stay here because he's the recipient of our next award also, the Outstanding Student, you surprised? The Outstanding Student Leader Award in recognition of service and leadership in a college organization. David was nominated by the Chemical Engineering Department faculty based on his intellectual capacity, his interpersonal skills, and his drive to become a prominent leader in chemical engineering. Throughout his academic career, he did not focus solely on his own success, but demonstrated intellectual leadership by helping others to succeed. On top of a very full academic schedule, Davey held leadership positions in various honor societies within the college. As the 2014 president of Omega Chi Epsilon, the Chemical Engineering Honor Society, Davey led the organization's service efforts this semester, including the Clean Your Streams event. He provided additional support to his department as a freshman interest group leader, a volunteer for experience days, and a peer leader for Chemistry 1200, where he helped general chemistry students better understand chemistry topics and principles. Davy's leadership potential was recognized by the Chemical Engineering Department, which invited him to serve on the Student Advisory Board because of his outgoing personality and academic aptitude. Congratulations, Davy. The third award is the Outstanding Senior for College Contributions in recognition of service, leadership, and involvement in college activities and organizations. I invite Will Benson to join me. I'll tell you about Will while he's making his way forward. We always put him in the back. Will is a mechanical engineering major, and he's been a pillar of the Formula Car team since 2012, currently serving as group leader. He's volunteered on numerous occasions to showcase the Formula Car to prospective students and parents at open house and rocket launch events. Through his efforts, the Formula Car team is placed within the top 15 in the nation at several SAE events. In addition, he's been active in ASME, the American Society of Mechanical Engineers, since his freshman year, and he served in several leadership roles, including Vice Chair of Communications and Vice Chair of Speakers. Congratulations, Will. Next, we have the award for Outstanding Senior for Campus and Community Contributions in recognition of service, leadership, and involvement in campus and community activities and organizations. I invite Andrew Smith to join me, please. Andrew is a computer science and engineering major and has held many leadership positions in Triangle Fraternity and other campus organizations. He has been on the planning committee for the Rockathon, UT's Dance Marathon, twice, and once on the sponsorship committee and once as the technology chair. He has also helped at Math Counts, been a peer mentor, and helped set up for many college events. He has participated in UT's Big Event for 4 years and has helped at Planned Pethood events and contributed to many additional community organizations. Congratulations, Andrew. The last of the student awards is the Engineering Pride Award. This award is given to a student that exemplifies what it means to be a UT Rocket and has helped the college in fulfilling the university's mission to improve the human condition. I invite Lisa Kingsolver to join me. Throughout her college career, Lisa, a chemical engineering major, has been very involved with the UT chapter of Engineers Without Borders. Under Lisa's leadership, Engineers Without Borders won the Premier Chapter Award for the Great Lakes region. In addition to this accomplishment, Lisa has been to Honduras twice with EWB. The first time to assist with a pedestrian bridge project, a project which she led for 8 months. The project focused on allowing residents of Los Sanchez the ability to cross the Rio Boscaga River during the rainy season so they could reach a neighboring town to access doctors, hospitals, markets, schools, and employment. Lisa's second trip to the Honduras focused on water distribution project, which she oversaw through the assessment, design, and submission processes. In addition to her participation in Engineers Without Borders, Lisa is also employed by the university's Learning Enhancement Center as a science and Spanish tutor. She's been active in Omega Chi Epsilon, where she served as secretary for 2 years, and assisted the chemical engineering department by tutoring freshman students and participating in Experience Day events. Congratulations, Lisa. I'd now like to introduce Mr. Jeff Cole, a member of the UT Board of Trustees. He has served the university in a number of capacities over the years, including student government president, editor of the Collegian, a development officer, and he's currently senior director for corporate communications for Dana Holding Corporations. Mr. Cole.
Thank you, Dean LeBlanc, President Naganathan, Provost Barrett, honored guests, faculty, and family, friends, and most of all the graduates. I bring greetings on behalf of the Board of Trustees of the University of Toledo. Probably the most personal, rewarding aspect of being a trustee of the university is the ability to confer degrees upon the graduates. Of course, upon recommendation of the faculty, so I can't just give you a degree. But it's truly an honor. This is my fourth commencement this weekend. Started on Thursday night, and this is the last of them. And it's really special to be able to shake your hand as you go across the stage and receive the degree that you've worked so hard for. So graduates, this is your day. Congratulations. I would say that my day job, I work for Dana as Toledo's Dana Corporation, which is a global supplier to the world's vehicle manufacturers, and we have recruited over the years literally hundreds of graduates of the engineering program at the University of Toledo, and they are second to none, and I'm sure our speaker can attest to the same. So I've seen the great work firsthand that this college produces, and these are the finest graduates you'll find anywhere. So congratulations, graduates.
Thank you, Mr. Cole. I'm delighted to now introduce our interim president, Dr. Nagi Naganathan, who is here with us today. I now invite Dr. Naganathan to the podium to share some special remarks for this occasion.
Thank you, Dean LeBlanc. Good afternoon, everyone. I know how excited our graduates are to have reached this stage in life, and I'm honored to have been able to play a role in the development. To our graduates, for the majority of your experiences, I knew in a different role as Dean of Engineering until a few months ago. Indeed, when you entered as a freshman, it was certainly my assumption, if not my hope, to be shaking your hand today from the office of the Dean. And it's certainly a great privilege to be able to address you today as the interim president of the university. It's very exciting for me to have worked very closely with many of you and to see you grow intellectually. I want to take a minute and express my gratitude to the families. Dean LeBlanc said that. I want to reaffirm the same thing. A degree from UT Engineering is not an easy achievement. I have seen how many hours you put in, what kind of hard work you put in, and so forth. And the support from your families and friends are so crucial, and I know you are so appreciative of the same. I'm also so proud of what you have accomplished, but let me say aloud what I think most of you already know, that the learning does not stop here. For some of you, graduate school is the next step. For many more, the classroom and co-op experiences have positioned you extremely well for your career on your master's degree. Most of you already have jobs and careers lined up too. That speaks for the kind of effort you have put in. As you enter the workforce, you will quickly find yourself in a leadership role among your peers. Graduates from most engineering colleges do not have the real-world experiences you have gathered during your 4 years here. And also don't assume that your careers are restricted to technical areas only. The reason we have worked so hard to incorporate leadership skills into the engineering curriculum is because I believe, and the leaders of this college believe, that the CEO's chair is not reserved for law or business majors only. I would like to conclude with one of my favorite sentences. When you know your stuff, and when you know your stuff, you can definitely walk with that quiet swagger. I wish you all the very best. Congratulations.
It's really a special opportunity for us to have Dr. Nagy back as interim president, so thank you very much. It's now my pleasure to introduce Interim Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs, John Barrett, Professor of Law and my boss, to offer his congratulations to the graduates.
Members of the class of 2014, welcome and congratulations. I also wish to extend not only a welcome, but a congratulations to the friends, family members, and significant others, as well as professors of the members of the graduating class. In a very real and tangible way, you should be celebrating and being congratulated as well today. Without your support, encouragement, and oftentimes sacrifice, many of the students up here today would not be here. So thank you as well. As the head of academic affairs at the university, it is truly my honor to stand in front of the graduating class of the College of Engineering. Our College of Engineering represents a shining jewel in the crown that is the University of Toledo, and more than that, stands as one of the great engineering colleges of the country. You have earned your time up here this afternoon. You've worked hard in the classroom, in the lab, in your co-ops, and you've taken what you learned and learned to apply it in the real world through our co-op program. Not only learning real-world application, greater mastery of materials and retention, but also creating opportunities for many of you for future employment. This is indeed a day for celebration and for congratulation. But as you move forward in the next chapter of your life, I encourage you to consider walking through the doors of opportunity that present themselves. There will be opportunities you cannot even imagine today, and in my experience, even if it wasn't what you were expecting, many of life's most enriching experiences come from taking the opportunities you never expected. But for today, pat yourself on the back, celebrate, and don't forget to thank your friends, families, and professors that helped make today happen.
Thanks very much, John. It's been truly a pleasure to work with Professor Barrett this last 6 months. He's really been a champion for academics at the university. Now I'd like to ask Mr. David Ertl, one of the college's senior scholars, to come to the podium one more time to introduce our distinguished keynote speaker.
Hello. Bob Howell is CEO of the SSOE Group, an engineering, procurement, and construction management firm with more than 20 offices around the world and projects in more than 30 countries. Mr. Howell began his career with SSOE in 1980. During his tenure at SSOE, he worked his way up from a draftsman trainee to project manager. He was with the firm for 10 years before he left to purchase a mechanical construction company. While in construction, he worked with SSOE on numerous projects. Mr. Howell returned to SSOE in 1993 to help kickstart the firm's first food sector, and was named a principal of the firm in 1999. He was very influential in the expansion of growth of the food, pharmaceutical, and personal care sectors, and ultimately took the helm of all industrial process operations in 2004. Under his leadership, the Industrial Operations Group grew significantly, adding a number of Fortune 500 and international clients to the company's roster. Mr. Howell moved into an international operations position in 2008 to assist with SSOE's global expansion, specifically into Asia. He assisted in growing the Shanghai office into SSOE's second largest office. In 2009, Mr. Howell was named to the position of Chief Operating Officer, where he was accountable for all of SSOE's global operations. Mr. Howell was elected to SSOE's Board of Directors in December of 2006, and he now serves on the board as President, concurrent to his term as CEO. Mr. Howell was elected to SSOE's board of, I just read that. Mr. Howell is also active on local area boards. He is involved with the Read for Literacy Board Executive Committee as vice chairman. He is on the board of the University of Toledo College of Business and Innovation, Business Engagement and Leadership Council. He is president of the board executive committee of the Homeowners Association. He is a member of the Toledo Science Society, and he is a board member of the International Boxing and Learning Center.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Thank you, David. Give me a second here to get my comments queued up. Interim President Nagadethan, Interim Dean LeBlanc, faculty members, distinguished guests, alumni, parents, guests, and most of all, the graduates. Good afternoon. Congratulations on this great accomplishment, an accomplishment you should all be very, very proud of. As you may know, SSOE and the University of Toledo share a long, long history, going back to our founder, Al Sanborn, who was a UT alumni and a strong UT advocate. Interestingly, though, Interim Dean LeBlanc and I also have a long history. We grew up one block away from each other and played together as kids in early childhood. I've probably known Steve for 50 plus years, which means that right now he's probably the most nervous person in this auditorium, wondering about what I'm about to say. My actual name is Harold Robert Howell Jr. I've been going by Bob since my early childhood because my father's name was Harold Robert Howell Sr. And of course, when my mother was yelling at us, we never knew who she was yelling at, so they decided to call me Bob. I'm truly honored to be here today for your college commencement ceremony from one of the best engineering colleges in the world. I do feel I have a great responsibility making a few remarks here today to all of you. As David said, I'm the CEO of SSOE Group, a global project delivery firm with just a little over, under 1,000 employees globally. We're headquartered in Toledo, Ohio, with close to 400 employees in downtown Toledo. We currently have registered operations in 10 countries: Brazil, Canada, China, Germany, Mexico, India, Malaysia, Mauritius, Singapore, and of course the US. As I mentioned, SSOE has relied on UT College of Engineering to provide us with professional talent that we need to deliver world-class projects to our clients. Since Al Sanborn, a 1939 UT College of Engineering graduate, founded Sanborn Stuckey, Otis and Evans in 1948. SSOE currently employs over 200 UT graduates. We've been one of the leading participants in the UT Engineering College Co-op program since its inception. Since 1999, SSOE has provided over 480 co-op intern placements. We currently have 30 co-ops working for us right now. We have a history of supporting the college and its students through endowed scholarships, the Alfred H. Sanborn Lecture Series, improvements to the physical plant, and the SSOE Seminar Room. And the reasons we're so consistent in our support is our strong belief that all of you out there behind me are truly poised to impact not only companies like ours, but the communities, regions, countries, and ultimately the world by the things you will go and accomplish and the integrity which you will do them. I personally attended numerous college graduation commencement ceremonies. I've always sat out there where you're sitting as a proud parent, uncle or husband, watching as my 3 children, nephews, nieces graduate from college. And my wife, a UT graduate, received her MBA from the University of Findlay. This is the first time I've ever been on a college graduation stage. I've never sat back here with college graduation class because I've never graduated from college. I commend all of you for the dedication and commitment that you've shown to your education. Please know that the hard work that you've put in will pay huge dividends in your career, but also know that the hard work has just begun. So for all the parents and guests sitting out there in front of me, congratulations. And you should be very, very proud. My next remarks are going to be directed to the graduates, so I apologize, but I'm going to turn around and address the graduating class. Good afternoon, graduates. Big sigh, right? I understand most of you are ready to go out and celebrate this huge accomplishment with your family and friends. You don't want to be listening to some balding old fat guy talk to you on a Saturday afternoon while you're impatiently sitting there waiting to go celebrate. But as I thought about that a little while, 5 days from now, you're all going to be anxious to see some balding old fat guy. I'm going to share with you a few portions of my personal vision and mission, which I hope will resonate with each of you. But I want you to focus and remember only 5 items, which are weaved into my remarks. Just remember A, B, C, D, and E. A, always help others. B, be selective in choosing your wife, husband, or partner. C, continue to learn throughout your life. D, do something that you love. And E, example. Remember, you're always going to be an example to somebody. So A, always help others. As you go through life, assist in setting direction and purpose. Know where you want to go and help others find their path also. Help people believe that they're part of something bigger than themselves and their daily work. Give people the same opportunities that you were given to grow. Believe it or not, no matter how hard you worked, you likely haven't done it on your own. Someone along the way, a parent, a teacher, mentor, coach, friend has inspired you, challenged you to do something you didn't think you could do, or gave you a second chance after making a mistake. Remember that and pay it back by showing that same consideration for others. Inspire loyalty and caring through the involvement of everybody. Once you're in a position of leadership, you will have a choice to motivate through fear and intimidation or through collaboration. I'm here to tell you that collaboration works better, makes everyone around you better, and including you. Sustainable competitive differentiation comes from intangibles. While many of you have set out to be the best engineer you can, which is important, most of you will inevitably also become a business person with responsibilities outside of the technical realm. Technical prowess alone will not bring you success without having an inspired and committed group of people working towards a common cause. And providing that inspiration will be your job. B, be selective in choosing your wife, husband, or partner. This one decision will determine 80 to 90% of your happiness or misery. Understand that happiness is not based on possession, power, or prestige, but relationships with people that you love and respect. Discipline yourself to save money, even on the most modest of incomes. C, continue to learn throughout your life. This day should not be considered as the end of your learning, only the end of this chapter of your learning. Consider this degree a prerequisite for the rest of your life, because trust me, there is much, much more for you to learn. Challenge yourself and others to stretch and excel beyond their own perceived limits. Don't let your familiarity with success create a fear of trying things that you might fail, because often those are the most rewarding things, or the things you learn the most from. Be a positive role model and influence people's lives to assist them in growing professionally and personally, and continue to grow personally and professionally yourself. Commit yourself to constant improvement. D, do something that you love. Your goal should be that you enjoy your job so much that it doesn't seem like work. If you're working hard, it better be fun, worthwhile, and rewarding. Keep this in mind as you consider your next and all future career moves. If you have a job you love, think hard before leaving it. If you're at a job you hate, don't let money keep you there. Become the most positive, enthusiastic person you know. You'll be amazed how those around you affected and become more positive to work and be positive themselves. Commit yourself to quality. Don't let yourself take shortcuts once you're in the workplace, even when no one's looking. Knowing the high standards all of you must have to have graduated from this world-class institution. Even if no one ever finds out, you won't be happy with yourself or fulfilled with what you do. Give people more than they expect and do it cheerfully. It's not enough to simply do what you're asked, meet your deadline, or stay in your budget. Surprise people with better results than expected. E, example. You'll always be an example to someone, to your coworkers, and eventually to your employees and children. Make sure you're a positive one. Stay grounded. Never forget where you came from. Given your accomplishments and graduation today, chances are you'll become successful and very influential. Before that day comes, though, you're going to have a lot of hard days. Days spent with learning from mistakes, days where your boss gives you a second chance, or maybe overlooks the fact that you hit snooze too many times. You've probably already had some of those days. You've had teachers that took extra time with you, or parents that worked 2 jobs to give you this opportunity. When you're a big shot, don't forget the people that got you there, and make sure you are the person that gives that same opportunity to somebody else. Spend quality time with your family as often as possible. Looking ahead now, the future may seem very far away. Some of you have children or spouses, and many of you don't yet. But when that day comes, take the time you have with these special people and cherish it. There are going to be times when work will take you away, but remember that no amount of success will take the place of quality time spent with the people who mean the most to you. 100 years from now, it will not matter what your bank account was, the sort of house you lived in, or the kind of car you drove, but the world might be different because you're important in the life of a child. Regularly communicate and share. When you're in a place of leadership, and really all you needed to be is leading one person, take the time to communicate, whether it's a team you're leading or a group of people. Take time to help people understand the bigger picture. Sometimes this will feel like a waste of time, but communicating your vision and helping people connect with it is never time wasted. Praise not only good results, but good effort. If someone gives you the best effort with a good attitude, yet makes a mistake, that's all right. Only ask that they learn from the mistake and not repeat it. And if you can help them, learn from it. Be bold and courageous. When you look back at your life, you'll regret the things you didn't do more than the things you did. Treat everyone you meet as you would like to be treated, and be forgiving of yourselves and others. So the 5 items again. A, always help others. Sustainable competitiveness, differentiation comes from intangibles like having an inspired, committed group of people working towards a common cause. B, be selective in choosing your wife, husband, or partner. This one decision will determine 80 to 90% of your happiness or misery. C, continue to learn through life. This day should be considered not as the end of your learning, but only the end of this chapter. And do something that you love. Your goal should be that you enjoy your job so much it doesn't feel like work. Example. You'll always be an example to someone. Praise not only good results, but good effort. So in closing, I want to wish all of you the best going forward as you end this chapter and begin the new chapter. I want to reach, if any of you want to reach out for me to anything, please go to ssoe.com. Happy holidays to all of you and congratulations. Thank you.
I have a small gift for you. Let's walk forward. Thank you. On behalf of the students, I'd like to present you with this small token of our appreciation for your wonderful presentation. Thank you. Bob, thank you so much for those words. They really resonated with me, and I'm sure they resonated with everybody else here, so thanks again. Now, for an exciting part of the ceremonies, we're going to do the presentation and conferring of the degrees. I'm honored to present the candidates for baccalaureate degrees in the College of Engineering. There are 234 baccalaureate degree candidates from the fall semester and 51 baccalaureate degree recipients from summer 2014 that are being honored here today. 6 of our degree candidates are earning 2 degrees. 72 are pursuing at least 1 minor, and 10 of these students are earning 2 minors. A total of 107 students are graduating with academic honors. The following 12 students will graduate summa cum laude, having earned a cumulative grade point average of 3.9 or higher for all of their college work. They are asked to rise as their names are called and to remain standing. Anthony J. Castro. Eric Allen Danye. David William Glenn Ertl. Lisa Marie Kingsolver. Nathan Allen Buddemeyer. Zach Lendell Carnes. David K. Hritz. Guo Fang Li. Thomas Henry Hackathorn II. Brandon Philip Kreis. Elizabeth Ann Pissarro. And Joshua Van Vlera. One more round of applause for all our candidates. Now, will all the candidates for baccalaureate degrees from the College of Engineering please rise? There we go. President Naganathan, as Dean of the College of Engineering, I am pleased to present the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Science in Bioengineering, Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science and Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science and Engineering Technology, Bachelor of Science in Construction Engineering Technology, Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering Technology, Bachelor of Science in Information Technology, which is a joint degree with the College of Business and Innovation, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering, and Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering Technology. Please join me in recognizing these baccalaureate degree candidates. Dr. Naganathan, I present to you these candidates for baccalaureate degree.
Completion of the requirements for a higher education degree at every level is worthy of congratulations. The faculty and the Board of Trustees join me in delivering these congratulations and in noting the insoluble link between you and the University of Toledo. We are linked forever. Our good fortune is your good fortune. Your success is our pride. Now, upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the State of Ohio and the trustees of the University of Toledo, I do confer upon all of the qualified candidates for doctoral, master, and baccalaureate degrees, including those in absentia, the degrees for which they have met all the requirements. You are charged with the duties and responsibilities of the degree and granted the privileges and prerogatives appertaining thereto. The baccalaureate graduates may now move their tassels from the front right of their mortarboards to the back right side. Please join me in recognizing these newly minted graduates. Congratulations.
Please be seated. That's it, you're all now graduates. Thank you, President Naganathan. Next, it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Scott Molitor, Interim Associate Dean of Undergraduate Studies and the College of Engineering's Honors Program Director, who will begin the recognition ceremony for our graduates.
Thank you, Dr. LeBlanc. I am pleased to commence with the recognition portion of our program. For each academic program, the undergraduate program director will announce the graduates as they cross the stage to receive congratulations and a gift from their department chair. Our photographer will take their photographs, but please feel free to take pictures during this part of the ceremony as well. We ask that you hold your applause until each program completes the recognition of all of their graduates. You will also notice among the various hardware and decorations our students are wearing today that some of the students here today have received a special medallion that they will be wearing. These co-op medallions are awarded to students that successfully complete 4 or more registered cooperative education experiences in the College of Engineering, which exceeds our requirement for 3 semesters of co-op. We will begin with the Department of Bioengineering. I request that the first row of graduates please rise and remain standing while we recognize graduates from the Department of Bioengineering. First row, please rise. Okay. I will also request that each graduate come forward when their name is called. Department Chair Dr. Arun Nataraja and Undergraduate Program Director Dr. Patricia Relu will now recognize candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Bioengineering.
Good afternoon. Our first graduate is Lisa Michelle Marsh. Lisa has completed 3 co-ops at Davelin Incorporated. Baxiao Song. Baxiao has completed 3 co-ops with the Chinese Research Academy of Environmental Sciences. Please join me in congratulating our graduates.
I would request that the first row graduates remain standing and the second row please rise while we recognize graduates from the Department of Chemical and Environmental Engineering. I also request that each graduate come forward again when their name is called. Department Chair Dr. Glenn Lipscomb and Professor and Associate Dean for Research Development and Outreach, Dr. Isabel Escobar, will now recognize candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering.
Graduates, first I want to congratulate all of you. I had all of you in class, and it's a pleasure. So Adam S. Beeman. Adam is graduating cum laude, and he has done 4 co-ops with Marathon Petroleum. Jessica Rose Berman. She has done 4 co-ops, 1 with Owens, Illinois, and 3 with Polymerus Plus. Anthony J. Castro, he is graduating summa cum laude. He has done 3 co-ops with Chem Trade Logistics and 1 with Polymer Plus. Ian Daniel Clemens, he has done 1 co-op with UT Chemical Engineering and co-ops with Jones Mansville. Sorry, he's not here. Sean Adrian Coyle, he has done 3 co-ops with DTE Energy. Kevin Cooligan, he has done 4 co-ops with the UT Chemical Engineering Department, 2 with First Energy and 1 with Betco Corp. Eric Allen Denny, he is graduating summa cum laude. He has done 4 co-ops total, 3 with BP and 1 with Gladfelder. Aaron Thomas Dick, he has done 4 co-ops and all 4 of them with Plastic Technologies, Inc. Kelsey Lee Dudix, she's graduating cum laude, and she has done 4 co-ops, all with Lubrizol Corporation. Thomas J. Desar, he is graduating magna cum laude, and he has done 4 co-ops with Toledo Refining. It's the nerves. David William Glenn Ertel, he is graduating summa cum laude, and he has done 4 co-ops for Lubrizol Corporation. Noah J. Forgex, he has done 3 co-ops with Polymer Plus. Mary E. Herbers, she's graduating magna cum laude, has done 4 co-ops with Johnson & Johnson. Nick Homan, he's graduating cum laude and has done 4 co-ops with Marathon Petroleum. Victoria Rose Rutkai, she has done 2 co-ops with the City of Toledo Environmental Services and 1 with SSOE Group. Laura A. Kay, she's graduating cum laude. She has done 3 co-ops with Anderson's Development and 1 with Plastic Technologies. Ryan A. Kelly, he has done 2 co-ops with Chemtrade Logistics and a co-op with the UT Chemical Engineering Department. Lisa Marie Kingsolver, she's graduating summa cum laude. She has done 1 co-op with Cintas and 3 with the Toledo Refining. Stephen J. Klusner Jr., he's graduating magna cum laude. He has done co-ops with JM Smuggler Corporation and UT ROTC. Elisa M. Knotts, she's graduated cum laude, and she has done 3 co-ops with ABB Inc. and 1 with Air Products and Chemicals. Brittany Catherine Lutman, she has done 4 co-ops with Owens, Illinois. Adian Nathaniel Miller, he has done 3 co-ops with General Electrics. Jordan Anthony Morales has done 2 co-ops with Burstop Polyols and 2 co-ops with me in my lab in the UT Chemical Engineering Department. David Lucas Rice, he has done 2 co-ops with Omnova Solutions as well as with the UT Chemi Department. Jessica M. Roggenbach. She's graduating magna cum laude. She has done 5 co-ops, 3 of those with Dow AgroSciences and 2 with Dow Chemical. Alexander David Rossi. He's graduating magna cum laude. He has done 4 co-ops with Marathon Petroleum. Ian Anthony Schmidt. He has done co-ops with Owens Corning, 2 with Johns Manville, and 1 with DTE Energy. Michael Allen Sikirak. He is graduating magna cum laude, has done 4 co-ops, 3 with Omnova Solutions, and 1 with the UT Chemical Department. Prescott A. Sexton. He has done 4 co-ops with DTE Energy. Caleb Swigger. He has done 2 co-ops with Emerson and 1 with the SSOE group. Yung Tang, she's graduating cum laude. She has done 2 co-ops with Shusheng Entry Exit Inspection and Quarantine Bureau and 1 with Shusheng Jingzhou Fish Meal Equipment Factory. Terrence V. Tomansky, he has done 4 co-ops with Johns Manville. Andrew Thurman Westerfield, he has done co-ops with the Scott's Company and with the UT Chemical Engineering Department. Adam Joe David Weirville, he is graduating cum laude. He has done 4 co-ops, 2 with the UT Chemical Engineering Department, 1 with the Physics Department, and 1 with Mondelez. Brittany Wilkiewicz, she has done 3 co-ops with NASA. And last but not least, Christopher Stephen Worm. He has done co-ops with Johns Manville and Therma-Tru Corporation. And again, congratulations to all chemical engineering department students.
The first row of graduates may be seated. I would ask the second row to remain standing. We will now recognize graduates from the Department of Civil Engineering. I request that each graduate come forward when their name is called. Dr. Doug Nims, Professor of Civil Engineering and Executive Associate Dean of Academic Affairs, and Professor of Civil Engineering, Dr. Brian Randolph, will now recognize candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering.
Nathan Allen Budemeyer. He's graduating summa cum laude. He co-opted with ME companies and the Toledo Zoo 4 times. Daniel Thomas Buer. He co-opted with the Indiana Department of Transportation twice and the Mannequin Smith Group twice. Zachary Lendell Carnes is graduating summa cum laude. He co-opted 3 times with Marathon Petroleum and once with Rudolph Libby. Andrew Douglas Kuchar. He co-opted with the Douglas Company, the Ohio Department of Transportation, and Rudolph Libby. Wesley Charles Four is graduating cum laude and co-op 4 times with the Mannequin Smith Group. William Frazier, co-op 3 times with Rudolph Libby. Matthew Jean Hankenhoff is graduating magna cum laude, co-op with the Ohio EPA, and twice with Rudolph Libby. William Stanley Hebel is graduating magna cum laude. Derek Robert Hess, co-op 3 times with the Mannequin Smith Group. Colin Levi Hogroof is graduating magna cum laude and co-op 3 times with U.S. Airways. Kimberly Ann Hoover is graduating cum laude. She co-opted with the Ohio Department of Transportation and 3 times with Rudolph Libby. Nicholas M. Johanning, co-op with the Douglas Company and twice with R.A. Rush Plumbing and Heating. Shanna Koenig, co-op with the City of Toledo, Renewable Energy twice, and the University of Toledo Department of Civil Engineering. Timothy Lance, co-op with the City of Toledo, Division of Streets, Bridges, and Harbors, twice. Joshua Lau is graduating cum laude, and he co-opted twice with the Ohio Department of Transportation. Peter Anthony Lopez, co-op 3 times with Cedar Point. David Gregory Martin is graduating cum laude. He co-opted with the City of Ann Arbor, the Douglas Company, and Marathon Petroleum. Charles Henry O'Donnell is graduating magna cum laude, co-opted with the Defiance Stamping Company, the Ohio Department of Transportation, and Flowserve and Kiewit. Mitch G. Pitchenbarger is graduating cum laude. He co-opted with the Danish Building and Construction Company 4 times. Tyler Joseph Smith is graduating cum laude and co-op twice with the DTE Energy Company and once with the Mannequin Smith Group. Ryan James Wilkinson is graduating magna cum laude and co-op 3 times with the Walsh Group. Ross D. Webker is graduating cum laude, co-op with Choice 1 Engineering, and 3 times with Ferguson Construction. Join me in congratulating the civil engineering graduates.
I would request that the second row of graduates remain standing and the third row please rise. We will now recognize graduates from the Department of Electrical Engineering and Computer Science. I also request that each graduate from the Computer Science and Engineering program please come forward when their name is called. Department Chair Dr. Mansour Alam and Undergraduate Program Director Dr. Richard Maliette will now recognize candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Computer Science and Engineering.
Nicholas Balmer. Nicholas did his co-ops with Ridge Tool. Jordan A. Gonzalez. Jordan did his co-ops with Hanson Incorporated and Ridge Tool. Kyle Grimm. Kyle did his co-ops with Diebold Incorporated. Gregory Gruick Jr. Gregory is graduating cum laude and did his co-ops with Marathon Petroleum. Wesley Hedrick. Wesley did his co-ops with Software Answers Incorporated. David K. Hritz. David is graduating summa cum laude and did his co-ops with General Motors. Corey James Cook. Corey did his co-ops with Codonics Incorporated. Michael A. Kushinsky. Michael is the recipient of a co-op medallion, having done 4 co-ops with Ridge Tool. Christopher T. Lutke. Christopher is graduating cum laude, having done co-ops with Parker Hannafin and Ridge Tool. Matthew E. Painter. Matthew is graduating cum laude, having done co-ops with Hanson Incorporated. Kevin J. Sawyer. Kevin is graduating magna cum laude and did his co-ops with General Motors. Andrew Brian Smith. Andrew is the recipient of a co-op medallion, having done co-ops with Benefit Concepts Incorporated, UT College of Engineering, and HR Manor Care. Jihad Smitty. Jihad did his co-ops with SSOE and Toledo ATM. Please join me in congratulating the graduates in computer science and engineering.
The second row of graduates may now be seated, and I ask the third row to remain standing. And each graduate from the electrical engineering program come forward when their name is called. Again, I will call upon Department Chair Dr. Mansour Alam and Undergraduate Program Director Dr. Richard Malyet to now recognize candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering.
Dominic Silvio Alessio. Dominic did his co-ops with Johnson Controls Incorporated. Mackenzie Russell Alt. Mackenzie is graduating magna cum laude and did his co-ops with R.W. Beckett Corporation. Nicholas C. Anderson. Nicholas did his co-ops with Marathon Petroleum. Stephen Ray Cheney. Stephen is graduating cum laude and did his co-ops with the United States Air Force. Cody Clifton. Cody is graduating magna cum laude and did his co-ops with DTE Energy and Materion Brush. Julia A. Foster. Julia did her co-ops with Owens, Illinois. Brent Grodek. Brent did his co-ops with SSOE Group. Andrew James Heldman. Andrew did his co-ops with Finishing Brands. Edward Jerusik. Edward is graduating magna cum laude and did his co-ops with R.W. Beckett Corporation. Joseph M. Kausick. Joseph did his co-ops with First Energy Corporation. Christopher John Cook. Christopher is graduating cum laude and did his co-ops with DTE Energy and Owens, Illinois. Alex Kruger. Alex is graduating cum laude and did his co-ops with Bros North America and Thermo True Corporation. Andrew Carl Miller. Andrew is graduating cum laude and did his co-ops with DTE Energy. Philip Mobley. Philip did his co-ops with DTE Energy, Hamilton Sunstrand, and Dana Corporation. John M. Pietras. John is graduating cum laude and did his co-ops with Guardian Industries and Owens, Illinois. Justin David Price. Justin is graduating magna cum laude and did his co-ops with Kimberly Clark. Lene Ray Riley. Lene did her co-ops with Duke Energy. Justin David Price. Justin is graduating magna cum laude and did his co-ops with Kimberly Clark. Okay, I'm sorry. Jacob A. Schroeder. Jacob is graduating magna cum laude and did his co-ops with Marathon Petroleum. Tyler Shanto. Tyler did his co-ops with DTE Energy. Jacob Patrick Sullivan. Jacob is graduating magna cum laude and did his co-ops with DTE Energy. Nathan R. Tapper. Nathan is graduating magna cum laude and did his co-ops with Automatic Handling. Cheek A. Tyne. Cheek did his co-ops with General Electric. Matthew G. Vinacotter. Matthew is graduating cum laude, did his co-ops with Bunge and Cooper Tire and Rubber. I missed somebody, I'm sorry, please. I missed four? Gosh, where did I go? I'm sorry. Come on up and then say your names, please. Okay. Tyler Schock. Tyler's graduating cum laude and did his co-ops with Matrix Technologies. Daniela Samaro. Daniela did her co-ops with Matrix Technologies Incorporated. Michael H. Orgazali. Michael is graduating cum laude and did his co-ops with Automated Manufacturing and SSOE Group. Todd N. Schnipke. Todd is graduating cum laude. He is a recipient of a co-op medallion, having done 4 co-ops with Cooper Tire and Rubber. Okay. Please join me in congratulating the electrical engineering graduates.
Thank you. We will now recognize graduates from the Department of Engineering Technology. This department has 5 baccalaureate degree programs: Computer Science and Engineering Technology, Construction Engineering Technology, Information Technology, Electrical Engineering Technology, and Mechanical Engineering Technology. A majority of these students have been employed full-time in their chosen discipline for a large part of their academic careers. Many have come back to school to complete their degrees while balancing schoolwork, their professional careers, and full-time family duties. Thus, we would like to highlight the positions that these graduates have held while progressing toward their degrees, in addition to those who have participated in our co-op program. Will the third row of graduates please remain standing, and will the fourth row of graduates please rise? We will begin with candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Computer Science and Engineering Technology. I would request that each graduate from the Computer Science and Engineering Technology program please come forward when their name is called. Interim Department Chair, Professor Dan Solaric, and Department Director of Student Services, Professor Richard Springman, will now recognize candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Computer Science and Engineering Technology.
Christian P. Angelo. Christian served as an intern with National Association of College Stores in Oberlin, Ohio, and the ZEP Center in Toledo. Upon graduation, he's accepted a job as a system administrator with the ZEP Center. Lucas Beam. While in school, Lucas worked for CNWR Incorporated and Plastics Technologies. Upon graduation, he's accepted a job as an IT consultant with CNWR Incorporated and will pursue his Cisco certification. Evan Bonfilio. Evan worked with Parker Hannafin in Metamora, Ohio, and upon graduation will be with Hamilton Manufacturing in Holland. Kenneth Kofi Guyan, cum laude. Kenneth worked at the IT help desk as a technician and served a function that he may not be recognized for right away because he was sort of in costume. He was Rocky the Rocket. Upon graduation, he's accepted a job as systems administrator with Avanti Press. Andrew Hargett. Andrew was employed with Beckett Gas Incorporated in North Ridgeville, Ohio. Matthew Kalber. Upon graduation, Matthew has accepted a job as a software engineer with Intelligrated in Mason, Ohio. Sean Penn, magna cum laude. Sean worked as a technician on main campus and at the IT help desk on the health science campus while in school. Nick Stalter. Nick was one of the founders of InSource, a new startup company, while he was a student, and he's accepted a job with Nationwide in Columbus. Michael Stetson. Michael will be joining the U.S. Navy next year. Stephen Richu Wambui. Stephen interned with Skylife Technology in Rossford, Ohio while he was a student and has accepted a job as a software developer at the General Motors Innovation Center in Atlanta, Georgia. Please join me in congratulating our computer science and engineering technology graduates.
The third row of graduates may now be seated. I ask the fourth row to remain standing. And each graduate from the Construction Engineering Technology program, please come forward when their name is called. Interim Department Chair, Professor Dan Solaric, and Undergraduate Program Director, Dr. Nicholas Kissoff, will now recognize candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Construction Engineering Technology.
It is now my distinct pleasure to present to you the Fall 2014 class of candidates for Bachelor of Science degrees in Construction Engineering Technology. First off is Ashley Maureen Arndt. Ashley interned for 3 years for Toll Test in Maumee, Ohio. Luke Leroy. Luke interned at Stoneco in Ottawa Lake, Michigan, and worked part-time for Countryside Excavating and, amazingly, for Leroy Plumbing and Heating in Raga, Michigan, while he completed school. Austin Mayer. Austin interned 3 semesters at Toll Test in Maumee, 1 semester for SSOE Incorporated in Toledo, and 4 summers at McGowan Builders in Miami, Florida. Seth Perdue. Seth interned at Black Swamp Steel in Holland, Ohio. Eric Smith. Eric interned for the Douglas Company in Holland, Ohio, and Elford Incorporated in Columbus. Brandon Wagner. Brandon co-op twice with Rudolph Libby and once with Jones and Henry here in Toledo. There's our class of construction graduates. Guys, let's go build something.
I now request that each electrical engineering technology graduate please come forward when their name is called. Interim Department Chair, Professor Dan Solaric, and Undergraduate Program Director, Dr. Ted Evans, will now recognize candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering Technology.
First, Ahmed Ahmed. Yosef Abdullah Al-Bakit. Ali Ahmed Ali Aldajani. Mohammed Omar Al-Ghasabi. Ayman Salah Ahmed Alamari. Faris Fraz Al-Yami. Anthony Kyle DeLeon, interred and hired by Norplus and Northwood. Andrew M. Hanwell, 2 summer internships with Lincoln Electric. Joseph R. Hood. Abdullah H. Jakdami, graduating cum laude. Guofeng Li, graduating summa cum laude, summer internship at Piston Automotive. Chad David Ohms, graduating cum laude, 4 co-ops with Matrix Technology. Scott Thomas Pergeson, magna cum laude, 3 co-ops with Kimberly Clark. Join me in congratulating all electrical engineering technology graduates.
I now request that each information technology graduate please come forward when their names are called. Again, Professor Dan Solaric, and now Department Director of Student Services, Professor Richard Springman, will now recognize candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Information Technology.
Sean P. Allen, cum laude. Jason Carlton, cum laude. Jason has been employed and will continue to be as a project manager at Epitech Incorporated in Allen Park, Michigan. Jessica Lynn Connolly, cum laude. Jessica did a co-op with Lubrizol and served an internship with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Jennifer Lynn Jergalis. Jennifer served an internship with Thermo-Tru Doors. Jeremy Myers. Jeremy served an internship with the Cleveland Browns, and this is his second time around. He earned a degree in marketing in 2008. Daniel Schmidt. Daniel served an internship with the American Warming and Ventilating. Please join me in congratulating our information technology graduates.
I request that the 4th row of graduates remain standing and the 5th row please rise. I also request that each mechanical engineering technology graduate please come forward when their name is called. Chair Professor Solaric and Undergraduate Program Director Professor Kamen Shak will now recognize candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering Technology.
Hello everyone, it is my honor to present you the graduating MET class. Russell Basket, past-time jobs and co-ops at Mercer Co-Engineering and Reynolds, both in Salina, Ohio. Drew Bandelli did all the co-ops at Whirlpool in Clyde as process engineer and will continue to work at Whirlpool as a process engineer. Jack Bunge accepted a position as a process engineer with GEM Incorporated in Woodbridge, Ohio. Tom Burden. Tom built up his own startup as he's going to continue to work with it, Griptions. Brian Butcher. Brendan Burns, a job at Webster Industries. Kyle Carollo, graduating with cum laude, project engineer at Burrow Industries. Philip Clayton, Past summer jobs at Matrix Technologies in Maumee, Ohio. Mason Cole, graduating magna cum laude, co-op at Whirlpool in Marion, Ohio for 3 semesters. Accepted a full-time position at Bastion Solution in Novi, Michigan. Drew Fox. Fox did all the co-ops at Cast Nylons Limited as industrial engineer, and full-time job will go to Pent Air in Ashland. Matthew Hallett. Matthew did his co-op at Toledo Transducers and will have a full-time position with Schlumberger in Houston. Matthew Hoffman. Matthew is graduating cum laude. Past summer jobs and co-ops, Federal Mogul, Freudenberg Knock, and GE Lighting. Is gonna go work for GE Oil and Gas. Timothy Inkrot, co-op at Freudenberg Knock for each of his co-op during college. Job set up after graduation with Rockwell Automation, based in Melfield Heights. Joshua Little. Joshua worked up at Owens Corning. Joel Long, graduating cum laude, co-op at Cooper Tire and Crane Aerospace, and is gonna go and work for Crane Aerospace. Alex Onek. Reuben Lee Osborne IV. Completed 4 co-ops: GM Powertrain, Norplus, GE Transportation, and GE Appliances. Is gonna go and work for GE Oil and Gas in Oklahoma City. Alex Prosser. Eric Rapp. Eric worked at the Romark in Findlay, and after graduation will work as sales and proposal engineering as G-Rope in Bluffton. James Rigman. Kyle Seha, graduating cum laude. Past co-ops at Smuckers, Toledo, and Memphis, and is gonna go and work for Smuckers in New Orleans. Jonathan Schmidt. Aaron Saldenwengner. The last and not least, Matthew Taylor, graduating cum laude. Please join me in congratulating all our MET graduates.
The 4th row of graduates may now be seated. I would request that the 5th row continue to stand, and the final row of graduates, please rise. We're almost there. We will now recognize graduates from the Department of Mechanical, Industrial, and Manufacturing Engineering. I would request that each mechanical engineering graduate please come forward when their name is called. Department Chair, Dr. Abdi Afjay, and Undergraduate Program Director, Dr. Matthew Franchetti, will now recognize candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering.
It is my pleasure to recognize our mechanical engineering graduates. William Thomas Benson. Will is graduating magna cum laude and completed his co-ops with Tenneco. Aaron Thomas Berkheimer. Thomas completed his co-ops with Worthington Industries. Zachary Brandon. Zachary completed his co-ops with Tuthill. Derek Michael Brauneller. Derek completed his co-ops with Parker Hannafin. Jessica Britton. Jessica is graduating cum laude and earned a co-op medallion working with General Electric. Michael Thomas Daypour. Michael is graduating cum laude and completed his co-ops with General Electric. Nicholas Matthew Dillon. Nicholas is graduating cum laude and earned a co-op medallion working with General Electric. Andrew Michael Eckert. Andrew completed his co-ops with metal forming and coining and OI. Ben Frazier. Ben completed his co-ops with OI and thermocardiovascular systems. Thomas Robert Fry. Thomas is graduating magna cum laude and earned a co-op medallion with the UTMIE Department, Envelope Mart, Dana, and the U.S. Air Force. Yesterday, he was commissioned as a second lieutenant in the U.S. Air Force. Robert Garber. Robert completed his co-ops with First Energy Corporation. Daniel Matthew Geary. Daniel completed his co-ops with GKN Driveline and Toledo Molding and Die. John Henry Gibbons. John earned a co-op medallion for KTPO and GSN. Erin Therese Gill. Erin completed her co-ops with Campbell Soup Company. John K. Gray. John is graduating cum laude and earned a co-op medallion with Thermec and Toyota. Patrick Alvin Gray. Patrick is graduating cum laude and completed his co-ops with Federal Mogul, Parker Hannafin, and Telborg Sealing Solutions. Matthew Wayne Geyer. Matthew earned a co-op medallion working with Dana Corporation and StyleCrest. Thomas Hackathorn II. Thomas is graduating summa cum laude and earned a co-op medallion with Alphatech Spine and Energistics Aerospace. Dale Robert Hamburg. Dale is graduating cum laude and completed his co-ops with Midmark Corporation and National Flight Services. Jacob Daniel Heath. Jacob is graduating cum laude and completed his co-ops with First Energy Corporation. Amber Heitkamp. Amber earned a co-op medallion working with CTEX. Michael Paul Hirsch. Michael completed his co-ops with Ridge Tool. Zachary Horvath. Zachary is graduating cum laude and completed his co-ops with Tenneco. Matthew Ryan Hunter. Matthew is graduating cum laude and earned a co-op working with Bros North America, PTI, and General Electric. Paxton Russell Kish. Paxton completed his co-ops with Tenneco. Patrick Kitts. Patrick completed his co-ops with Rolled Alloys. Joseph Robert Nags. Joseph is graduating magna cum laude and completed his co-ops with Ford Motor Company. Dylan T. Konisevich. Dylan is graduating cum laude and earned a co-op medallion working with the Detroit Stoker Company and the Whirlpool Corporation. Brandon Philip Kreis. Brandon is graduating summa cum laude and earned a co-op medallion working with Crane Aerospace and Electronics. Eric Scott Lohman. Eric completed his co-ops with Betco Corporation and Tenneco. Benjamin Lopez. Benjamin earned a co-op medallion working with the Toledo Refining Company. Justin Patrick McGrady. Justin earned a co-op medallion working with GEM Incorporated. Richard McKinney. Richard completed his co-ops with DTE Energy. Derek Kenneth Opplinger. Derek completed his co-ops with the Productivity Team, LLC. Corey N. Osborne. Corey completed his co-ops with GKN Driveline. Travis Michael Osterloh. Travis earned a co-op medallion working with the Minster Machine Company. Elizabeth Ann Passero. Elizabeth is graduating summa cum laude and earned a co-op medallion working with Eaton Corporation and Matrix Technologies Incorporated. Gabriel Pinciotti. Gabriel completed his co-ops with Marathon Special Products and Parker Hannafin. Nicholas Radon. Nicholas is graduating cum laude and completed his co-ops with General Electric. Eric L. Schnipke. Eric is graduating magna cum laude and earned a co-op medallion working with Aerial Corporation and Marathon Petroleum. Jeffrey J. Scott Jr. Jeffrey is graduating cum laude and earned a co-op medallion working with Norplast Industries and Palmer Associates. James D. Snyder. James is graduating magna cum laude and earned a co-op medallion with Hamilton Sundstrand and Thermatrup. David Tennant. David is graduating cum laude and completed his co-ops with Tenneco and the Ball Corporation, earning a co-op medallion. Joshua Van Vlera. Joshua is graduating summa cum laude and earned a co-op medallion working with Hamilton Sundstrand. Alexander Scott Waymer. Alex completed his co-ops with Chrysler and Farnook Exhaust Systems. Joseph Tyler Warner. Joseph completed his co-ops with DTE Energy. Joshua Andrew Wickline. Joshua completed his co-ops with IAC Group and Autoneum. Andrew Wilburn. Andrew is graduating cum laude and completed his co-ops with Marathon Petroleum, John Deere, and Perry Nuclear Plant. Philip Wayne Wingate. Philip is graduating cum laude and earned a co-op medallion with OI and Thermatru. Jacob J. Yoder. Jacob earned a co-op medallion working with PTI and Toledo Molding and Die. Please join me in congratulating our mechanical engineering graduates.
All the graduates may now be seated. Let's give them one more final round of applause. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce Mr. Norm Schmidt, representative from the University of Toledo Engineering Alumni Affiliate, who will welcome our graduates to the rank of the University of Toledo alumni.
Hi, I'm Norm Schmidt, a professional engineer and a 1976 mechanical engineering graduate and a board member of the University of Toledo Alumni Association Engineering Affiliate. My purpose today is to welcome you, the newest members of the University of Toledo Engineering Alumni. You have put in long hours and made sacrifices that took you away from family and friends, enabling you to better yourselves and the world around you. As graduates today, you are already seeing the benefits that your hard work has resulted in, pride in your accomplishments, and the admiration of those present. It is now time for you to move from student to alumni and begin the next leg of your journey. You are now a member of a worldwide group of proud Rocket alumni. Information about membership in the Alumni Association can be found in your packet, and the most important thing to remember is that your first year of membership is free. Take advantage of your membership. The Engineering Alumni Association sponsors events throughout the year. Some of the events are ski trips, wine tasting, art on the mall, golf outing, volleyball tournament, and the fall tailgates. Information on these events can be found at the website listed in your packet. Take advantage of this opportunity and get involved with your fellow alumni. Many of you have participated in events as students or received scholarship from an alumni group. You will look fondly back on your time here as you begin your career or additional education. and we hope that you will join us to expand the alumni network and mentor future Rockets. The UT Alumni Engineering Affiliate continues to grow, and as distinguished graduating classes such as yours joins our ranks, I have no doubt that your successes will continue to expand exponentially the accomplishments of your fellow engineering alumni. It is therefore my honor and privilege to say congratulations to the class of 2014. Welcome to the Alumni Association, and remember, at the University of Toledo, it's not just engineering, it's rocket science. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce Professor Richard Springman, who will conduct the Order of the Engineer ceremony.
Thank you, Norm. I represent link number 70 of the Order of the Engineer on behalf of the engineering alumni of the University of Toledo and as a past president of the Toledo Society of Professional Engineers. Today we've heard our graduates receive a number of different kinds of degrees. We know they're in engineering. Let me pose a couple questions. How do we recognize an engineer? And what do engineers have in common? In view of the different degrees they've received, it's probably not an easy question to answer. But these are the thoughts that came to Professor Edward Haltain in 1922 at a meeting of the past presidents of the Engineering Institute of Canada at a meeting in Montreal. He posed these questions and he let people think about them a little bit. And perhaps what he was thinking of was an event that occurred on August 29, 1907. A bridge in Quebec was being built over the St. Lawrence River. It had been designed by Theodore Cooper, who was a world-famous bridge designer, and he'd had a long and illustrious career. And the St. Lawrence Bridge was to be the crowning achievement of a long and an illustrious career. As he designed it, and they started to plan its building, one of the things they did was increase it from 1,600 to 1,800 feet in length. In doing so, that added weight, the added length, the added weight, added to the stress on the bridge. One of the things they did not do was go back and recalculate the stresses to make sure that that was a safe load for the bridge. The bridge was well under construction on this day in August 29th in 1907, and just about quitting time that day, a sudden loud crack was heard on the work site, and the bridge began to fall into the river. At the time it fell, there were 86 workers on the bridge. 75 of them lost their lives. There were 11 injuries. In retrospect, after it was all done, the increased load due to the increased length of the bridge was attributed in part to its fall, but it was also recognized that little attention had been paid to safety, that the push had been to bring the bridge on time, bring it in on time, and under budget. And the watchword was best and cheapest, but little thought had been given to safety. And this is what Professor Haltain had in mind. What do engineers have in common? They work for the public. And service to the public and the safety of the public should be the thing that we all have in common and be at the forefront of our minds when we do our engineering work. After discussion among his colleagues at this meeting, they formed what was called the Ritual of the Calling of an Engineer. It is administered by the Corporation of the Seven Wardens in Canada, and Haltain wrote to Rudyard Kipling, who had written about engineers in his writings. And Rudyard Kipling composed the ceremony that inducts members into the Ritual of the Calling of an Engineer. And in Kipling's words, the ritual of the calling of an engineer has been instituted with a simple end of directing the young engineer toward a consciousness of his profession and its significance, and indicating to the older engineer his responsibilities in receiving, welcoming, and supporting young engineers in their beginnings. As a symbol of their induction into that society, each member was given an iron ring, an outward symbol of the profession. Some years later, in the United States, 1966 actually, engineers here began to have discussions similar to what Professor Haltain had had with his colleagues, and the Order of the Engineer was founded in the United States. The first ring ceremony was at Cleveland State University at the Fenn College of Engineering on June 4th, 1970. There were 170 seniors and faculty who were inducted into the Order of the Engineer. The next year in February, a second ceremony was held at the University of Akron. The purpose of the order is to foster a spirit of pride and responsibility in the engineering profession, to bridge the gap between training and practice, and to present the public with a visible symbol of identifying the engineer, the stainless steel ring worn on the little finger of the working hand. Membership is open to seniors in engineering colleges that have curricula accredited by ABET. The order is symbolized by an acceptance of an obligation and the wearing of a stainless steel ring on the fifth finger of the working hand. There are no meetings or requirements other than the ring ceremony, which we're holding here today. I would invite each of our graduates to look in the packet that they've received. You'll find in there a certificate for the Order of the Engineer and a pen. I invite you to sign your certificate. You'll also find your stainless steel ring. I invite you to take that out and put it on the fifth finger of your working hand. The obligation is a composite of several creeds. It emphasizes the fact that we, as engineers, have certain obligations. It promotes honesty and integrity and recognizes that today's engineers are dependent on their predecessors to gain their skills. The personal integrity of a member and respect for the good opinion of his or her peers is the discipline expected of all members of the order. The Engineer's Ring Ceremony is the public induction of candidates into the Order of the Engineer, during which the candidates formally accept the obligation of an engineer and recognize two basic principles. The stainless steel ring is worn on the fifth finger of the working hand. The ring, a symbol of continuity and community, is worn for all to see and in effect says, here is an engineer possessed of a publicly avowed dedication to the profession and those it serves. I invite our graduates to stand. And in your packet or in the program, you'll find the obligation of an engineer. And I invite you to join me by reading the bold portion of the obligation. I am an engineer. In my profession, I take deep pride. To it, I owe solemn obligations. Since the Stone Age, human progress has been spurred by the engineering genius. Engineers have made usable nature's vast resources of material and energy for mankind's benefit. Engineers have vitalized and turned to practical use the principles of science and the means of technology. Were it not for this heritage of accumulated experience, my efforts would be feeble. As an engineer, I pledge to practice integrity and fair dealing, tolerance and respect, and to uphold devotion to the standards and the dignity of my profession, conscious always that my skill carries with it the obligation to serve humanity by making the best use of Earth's precious wealth. As an engineer, in humility and with a need for divine guidance, I shall participate in none but honest enterprises. When needed, my skill and knowledge shall be given without reservation for the public good. In the performance of duty and in fidelity to my profession, I shall give the utmost. Congratulations on both your education and I welcome you to the ranks of the practicing engineer. May your careers be long and productive, and may you wear your ring with pride in your chosen profession. You may be seated.
Thank you, Professor Springman. On behalf of our College of Engineering faculty, staff, and students, I thank you all for taking part in this very special occasion today. As you can sense, this is much a special occasion for us as it is for you. Graduates, you leave here as Toledo Rocket Engineering alumni with endless possibilities. As a college, we are not only committed to educating great engineers, but we are also committed to graduating the leaders of tomorrow. It is in this context I want to leave you with one final piece of advice. Please know that leadership positions of CEOs and board chairs are certainly within your grasp. Our keynote speaker today is clearly an example of this, as well as our interim president of the university. Both great role models for you. You have the talent, the abilities, and the passion within yourselves to achieve these goals. We wish you the very best, and we look forward to celebrating your achievement in these roles and in a not-too-distant future. I would be remiss if I did not recognize the efforts of our outstanding faculty and staff at this time for their dedication to the success of our students. Please join me in thanking our faculty and staff. And of course, special events like these turn out to be great celebrations because there are people among us who truly care and to help make these celebrations happen. Please join me in thanking all of the college staff, especially Sandy Stewart and our dean's office staff, our student service directors, our co-op directors, and our student volunteers who work so hard to make this a special day for all of our graduates. As we conclude this event, I invite you all to join us at a reception in honor of our graduates on the first floor of Nitschke Hall. Our photographer will also be walking through the reception to take family portraits. Please note that information on how to obtain copies of these photographs is in the program. I would now ask everyone to rise for the University of Toledo alma mater, Fair Toledo. The words of the alma mater can be found on the back cover of your program. After the alma mater, those in academic regalia will remain standing for the recessional. All others are asked to take their seats and remain seated until the graduates depart from the auditorium and travel through the tunnel of honor formed by our faculty and distinguished guests. Thank you all, have a safe drive home, and enjoy your holidays.